I'm predicting we are going to get fed with music in 2026.
First up, it's been 20 years since Taylor Swift's debut album, so I 100% believe that this year we're getting the Taylor's version project of that with the vault tracks, and I think we're gonna get features like Shania Twain, Tim McGraw, Faith Hill, Stevie Nicks, and other like legacy acts. So to me, that's just guaranteed. Olivia Rodrigo's third album is coming, and I 100% believe it's going to happen this year now that she's done with the Guts tour and she just did all of these festivals. And not only do I believe it's coming, I think it's going to do Taylor Swift style numbers. Not as high as Taylor Swift, but those kind of numbers. Taylor Swift's Disney partnership is going to continue. And I do believe the reason they didn't really talk about the master recordings much is because that's going to be its own sort of documentary. Like, I could see there be a journey of where they were filming her doing the re recordings, and then all of a sudden she purchased her masters, and that will be a really good watch. On top of that, I think eventually they're going to put the Reputation tour and all of her old tour films on Disney since they have this partnership. I think we're going to get new Billie Eilish, and I think she's going to venture away from just her brother Phineas. I think obviously he'll be included, but I think she's going to listen to feedback and go a different direction. Beyonce Act 3 is coming if she follows her pattern of the every 2 year release situation. And I think it's going to either be the rock album that everyone's assuming, or I think it's going to be like a Destiny's Child reunion, like all features of Destiny's Child, or at least one feature of Destiny's Child. And of course, she's going to do a tour. She did it for Renaissance, she did it for Cowboy Carter. I think we're going to get multiple Showgirl music videos. She promoted this album way more than she did Tortured Poets, which only had Fortnite music video. Sad face. So I think we're going to get Opalite for sure. Elizabeth Taylor, Wishlist, and the way Wood keeps coming up from like Taylor Nation and the promotion on New Year's Eve, I have a feeling she's going to throw that out as a single. Olivia Dean has Best New Artist in the bag, in my opinion, at the Grammys, and she's the one to watch. She is the one competing with Taylor on these charts. She is doing great streaming numbers, great sales numbers, and I think she's going to continue blowing up. I think after Harry's cryptic post, we can guarantee that we're getting the Harry album, and I think his tour will also be announced, possibly starting this year. And I think there's going to be a Liam Payne like memorial song on the album that might even feature the other One Directioners. Bad Bunny is going to break the record for viewership at Super Bowl. Last year, Kendrick Lamar did it. I think Bad Bunny is going to destroy any record that's been had before. And if you don't agree with that, then you don't understand how big of an act he is worldwide. I'm not just talking about in the US. I think we're going to get the Summer I Turned Pretty movie towards the end of the year, and I do think it's going to include Showgirl tracks. And I wouldn't be surprised if we get the Taylor Swift debut vault tracks in there. Who knows, maybe they'll sneak in a Reputation vault track. I think the 1975 is going to return with a new album, and I believe there are going to be songs that respond to Tortured Poets Department, like responding to The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. We'll see. Maybe even Charlie XCX feature responding to Actually Romantic. I feel like Sabrina is not going to stop with her momentum of touring because there was such a demand for it. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a Man's Best Friend tour. And I really wouldn't be surprised if she decides to do stadiums. And I think rounding out the year, possibly around Taylor's birthday, we're going to start getting rumblings of TS13. We all know that's going to be a monumental album. 13's her lucky number. Everyone knows that. I wouldn't be surprised if she returns to her country roots for that album, or she does like a folklore style album.